guys, welcome back to my channel. I have another homeschooling haul for you, this time from Amazon. We're about to start our homeschooling this week, and I wanted to share with you some things that I've been buying over the past few weeks and that are going to supplement our curriculum for this year. If you haven't watched my other videos on what's going on and the curriculum that we're going to be using this year, go check those videos out. I'll have them linked down below. I also did another haul for Target, and this one is the final haul, hopefully. This is a big haul, and I don't want anybody to think like, oh, I need to buy all of that for homeschooling. No, you don't. I just went a little bit overboard and got crazy. That is really the truth. But I found some great educational toys that supplement our curriculum, and I thought my son is very kinesthetic. He likes to touch things and play games, so this will just help him learn and have fun through it. So I will share with you guys some of the things that I got and tell you why I got them. Okay, so let's start with flashcards because I'm obsessed with flashcards. I got this Phonics Made Easy flashcards. We're going to be learning how to read this year, so phonics is a big component of that. And then I also got a sight words flashcard. This one has the 100+ words that are used 75% of the time in beginner books. So if your child can memorize 100 of those words, then they can read 75% of a book. And they have to memorize it because it doesn't follow phonetics rules. And I thought flashcards are a great way to do that. I also got this picture words, and it's on the same concept. And they come with like the picture, the word, and in the back it just has the word. And I've been using this with him for a few weeks now. And what I do is I usually show him the word, and then if he recognizes it, he will say it. If not, I'll ask him to spell it and tell me what letter starts with, what sound that letter makes, and then I'll turn and tell him what it is. So I'm sure you already seen this before. I hadn't because I was sleeping under a rock, but the do-a-dot markers are great for little hands, and they're thicker, and it's much easier to just dot them versus coloring. My son right now, when he colors, he just scribbles all over the page, and that's fine. But if we do want to do any art projects, then I think this is gonna get him a little bit more in the concept of like paint, you know, this part, this color, that part, that color, instead of scribbling all over. These are washable, and I also got a book to go with this that is for like dinosaurs, since he's like very into dinosaurs right now, and this is gonna be a great thing to like play with. This product and some other ones that I'm gonna show you today are supposed to work on the fine motor skills. My son took a placement test for the curriculum that we chose for him, and although he scored very well in the reading and math concepts, he scored very low on fine motor skills, and that's because we usually do like electronic games and things like that, and I thought he was using his hands enough, but apparently the muscles to be able to grab a pencil or a pen are very different. So we're going to be working on strengthening those muscles before we even try to do any type of handwriting. With that in mind, I also bought those water beads that are big, and they come with scoops and tweezers, and that's to work on that finger strength that he's gonna need to do handwriting. So I'm gonna play a lot with this with him. One thing that I bought a few weeks ago when I realized that he had a fine motor skills issue was this pie toy, and basically he just uses like these tweezers to get each of the fruit to put it inside the pie. And in the beginning he was very frustrated because he didn't have enough strength or the coordination to do it. Now that he's been playing with it for a couple weeks, it's got so much better, and he loves to do this. So every day he's like, I want to build a pie, you know, and it's really cool. Another art product that we're going to be using to build those fine motor skills and also logic is this one. I bought a few other things through the curriculum, but this was one that was in the curriculum for Timberdoodle, and I just found it cheaper on Amazon. Basically, it comes with cards, little sticker gems that he can stick on the cards and decorate the cards, and that is just like gonna be working on art skills and on also on the little fingers. Once I feel like his motor coordination is really good, then we're gonna start doing this Wick Sticks alphabet. This was also in the Timberdoodle curriculum, and I bought it on Amazon instead of the Timberdoodle because it was a little bit cheaper, and also because I thought I was gonna wait, and then I ended up just buying everything anyway for the year. I thought I would like, oh, you know, whenever we get to handwriting, then I'll buy this, but I just bought everything now, and so I can have it at the house when we need it. There are a few puzzles that I got from Amazon. My son loves puzzles, and so I thought puzzles are the way to go. This is for rhyming. I also got one of these at Target. I had purchased this one already before I saw the one at Target. This one I think was $10, and the one at Target was $1. But I did check, and they have different words in them, so it's great. It's just building up on his rhyming abilities. And if you're ever wondering like why a kid needs to be able to learn rhymes, as I was, because I had no idea, and it's because you can substitute like the first letter on most rhymes and then make different words, and so they build that word association, and they work on sounds as well. For math, we have this easy additions, and I also have this one. I bought this one before I thought I was gonna be homeschooling, and my son loved it. It is just a two-piece puzzle that has numbers and pictures in them, and so he has to count and then give me an answer, and then it has addition and subtraction in it. The subtraction part is still a little bit tricky because it's a little bit hard to teach subtraction when you don't have anything to like work with visually, but we'll get there eventually. And this one takes it a little bit further because it has 3 pieces instead of 2. So it's a little bit harder to actually connect, but it does have the pictures in the front and then the numbers in the back. So eventually when he's working just with numbers, we can do the ones on the back. And so it grows with the child. I should also say that both of these are self-correcting, so they only fit in the puzzle that it belongs to. It's great because you don't have to actually try to explain that to the child. They figure it out very fast, and they won't get the wrong answer when doing a math problem. Okay, so for math as well, I got this board that has 1 through 100. It has little chips, wood chips on them, and it has a mat so that he can match the number and learn his numbers that way. My son currently can count to 30 and he can identify any number, but I would like to get him to 100 by the time that we're done next year. So this will be great for number recognition, and we can also use it to count by factors, and so I feel like this is gonna be great. I also have a poster on the wall that has to 100, and every morning we're gonna be working on adding a few more numbers. And I apologize if you can hear some sounds upstairs. My kid is playing with his dad, and they're just running around and moving things around, so it's making a lot of noise. So I apologize if you can actually hear that. So this year we're gonna be working on calendar and weather and seasons and months of the year and days of the week, and that's not in our curriculum for Timberdoodle, so it's just general knowledge. And I got him this calendar that he can change every day, and also has a clock in the middle so we can use it for when we get to telling time later in the year. Along the wall over here, you can see behind me or beside me that we have started decorating our homeschool room with these posters. I got 13 of them in a pack, and it just has several different subjects that we can cover or just have it on the wall to emphasize every day. So right now I have some that he already knows on the wall and some that he doesn't, and then this one, for example, we already been through that, so I'm gonna keep it for later. And then he knows a lot of the shapes already, so I and the colors, so I don't have a lot of that in there. And then this is for later in the year when we're telling time, and then I can use it with the calendar that I just showed you. Okay, so in preschool, kids start learning how to cut things and use scissors, and so I bought him 2 different scissors on Amazon. This one, I actually saw it in a homeschooling group on Facebook, and the woman was raving about this one because it doesn't cut fingers, it doesn't have a blade, it's just plastic, and it doesn't cut hair or anything like that. So it's great for a first pair of scissors for a kid that doesn't really know yet like the dangers of handling scissors. I found this was great to get my son ready like for bigger scissors, right? So he was able to hold it in his hands the correct way, and then he was able to learn that this cuts paper, and we were able to teach him some safety with this as well. However, this one does not cut very well with the paper. You have to hold it really tight for it to cut, and you have to hold it in a certain angle. So he's getting a little frustrated with that, and that's why I got this one's by Westcott. It came in a 2-pack, and it has like a sharp edge and it has rounded tips for kids. But I do watch him while he's doing this, and it cuts so much easier. However, I will say that this was really a great first step because it built his muscles in his hands to be able to use this one. This one is a little bit harder to open than this one, and so when he first got it, he would open it with 2 hands like this, and so we worked on this one first to build that strength in his hands to be able to move on to this one. To work on those cutting skills, I got this book for him, this workbook. You can just have them cut any paper, and my son is super happy doing that. But I wanted to incorporate another exercise type of thing for him so he can understand why we're cutting paper. So this one, as you can see, his cutting skills were not that great, are still not that great. He's still not very good at following lines, but it does have certain things that they can cut at the very end, and then they put it together in another activity, so it just kind of is relatable that way. I also got him a First Mazes book. One of the things that I noticed very early on was that he was getting very confused by mazes in other workbooks because they were very colorful, or they may have like more than one solution. So I got him the easiest mazes that he can get. You know, I can just give him like one worksheet from here every day, and then he just kind of traces it, and his logic is getting much better because of using mazes. Similarly, I also got the Schoolmon workbook, and if you watch my curriculum video from Timberdoodle, they have similar books like this in the curriculum that use logic, and they're great for like preschoolers because it starts very easy. And this one is for tracing, to work on handwriting skills, and it doesn't start with the letters right away. It just starts with very easy mazes, and then it starts asking for lines and then curves and things like that. So eventually it will get to like letters or motion that they need to make with their hands to write a letter. Okay, so this is the activity book that I got for the do a dot art marker. This is the dinosaur one, but they have very different ones in here, and it just has like the pictures, and then they just color inside of the picture. You can print it online. I'm sure there's like plenty of free printables out there, but I don't like printing a lot of stuff at home. My printer is quite expensive for the ink, and it just takes too much of my time to actually go find things and print it. So I just bought this. I think it was less than $5, and it has a lot of pictures of dinosaurs that he can use for our projects, and also the paper is pretty good. This was also in the curriculum for Timberdoodle, and I bought it on Amazon, and this is my first stickers by numbers. It's great because in the back it has the number with the color, and then they just use it to decorate these pictures. What kid doesn't like stickers, right? Okay, so this book is actually for children 3 to 6 years old. I find it that it may be a little bit more difficult for my son, maybe by the end of the the year we will be doing more of these, but it's draw and learn. So it teaches you how to draw certain things and follow directions. It's more the logic of it. I think they're not expecting you to be able to become a Picasso, you know, but it shows you like draw your kitchen and things like that. It just builds on those hand skills, but also I guess being able to visualize things in your normal life and then being able to translate it into a picture, I'm sure has some correlation on how your brain works and expanding those, you know, those areas of your brain. I don't know the science behind it. This was also in the Timberdoodle curriculum, and I just got it on Amazon. And another one that was on the curriculum that I got on Amazon is this book about feelings, and similarly card that I got at Target for having like the different feelings that kids go through, different emotions. This is to work on social skills, being able to recognize what they're feeling and translating it into words, and also recognizing the same feelings in others. Finally, I just got this a couple days ago in the mail. So this is like a puzzle for letters and numbers, and just working on letter recognition and also fine motor skills. This one is to work on logic skills, following directions. So it has wood blocks that are colorful, and then it also has the patterns in a card, and then he can follow the directions. And this is just to work on process of sequence, logic, being able to imitate or follow directions that are not like written. So he can do like science projects later on and things like that. So that's it for this homeschooling haul from Amazon, guys. Let me know if you have any other activity type of toys or books that you really love, because I'm always in the search for that. So I hope I gave you some ideas on what you can use to educate your child at home, but also for, you know, some of those gifts for like Christmas or birthdays. Some of these things I'm actually gonna give it to him for his birthday, and similarly some of the toys that I got in the curriculum are gonna go into his birthday or Christmas bonanza, I guess. I don't know what to call it, but yeah, so since they're toys, they are technically gifts, and it's just that much better that they are educational as well. So let me know in the comments below which one you have already and your kid loves, or any other ones that I haven't mentioned here that you also love. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and have a great day. Bye.